143.
So 2 ton plus outs for either player. 1 to win the game, 1 to save the game. This would be some way to secure her first Super Series win. Beau is throwing some golden arrows and she's got off to a golden start.
Beau, you require 118.
You don't go below par, it's just if par is enough on that day against the caliber opponent she's up against. And it's double 19. She's still going.
Beau Greaves.
She left the stage with a 143 finish. She welcomes it back with a 118.
Second leg, it's Beau to
fantastic
throw
moments
first.
here from Beau Greaves.
Game on.
How much is Rob Collins going to rue that misstart at tops, that opportunity?
180.
And Beau really is in flow now.
140.
I think this is something she's going to have to get to terms with as well here at the Super Series. The focus and the determination of her opponents. But hold on a minute. We have seen it here before from a female player, Fallon Sherrock, hitting a 9-dart finish up on that stage. Can Beau Greaves add her name to that honour roll?
Beau, you require
But this, on debut.
The 7th dart goes a-begging.
We talked about shots that needed to go. It was 78 last time for Beau Greaves. This one a little bit trickier. Especially the way that is sat up. She had to move across to the right just to make sure she didn't catch the flight. And again, over to the right side. This is a Stephen Bunting area of the board. What a dart from Beau Greaves. Every single one of those darts just blocked off the further target.
Bialecki 87.43, Beau 88.94. 3 from 8 and 3 from 10 on the doubles. You can hardly separate them. But how timely could that match be from Greaves?
Imagine if she won the match
60.
and completed the card with the perfect leg.
Hang on.
We might not need to imagine it. We might be seeing it. It might be happening.
140.
Seeing was almost believing, but what she has done has put Sebastian Bialecki in a world of trouble. He needed to hit a max there, simple as that. And so she's going to have 6 for the match and to complete the card on night 1.
97.
Bialecki's not really doing too much wrong here. It's all about the brilliance of Beau. And here she goes again.
170.
She was looking for a potential 10-darter. Maybe she'd have to settle for 11. Sure, she'd settle for 12, 15, 21. As long as she gets over the line and gets the points. But here comes Bialecki.
140. Beau, you require 11.
To complete the perfect night. Double 4. For win number 4 for Beau Greaves. And rounding it off with an 11-dart leg. We've been waiting a long time to see the debut of the 2-time world champion on this stage. And boy, was it worth the wait. Tops. And Beau arrows her way into Saturday night's final. It took less than 10 minutes to secure her passage through. And on her debut here at the MODUS Super Series, Beau Greaves qualifies for finals night. She did so comprehensively.
Thank you, Henry. So that was Adam Lipscomb. We're going to be seeing him here tomorrow night. He is through. Beau Greaves is through. There is one more place still to play for. Kevin Painter, the artist, could be the man taking that final place. And all he's got to do is beat Beau Greaves. Something that nobody in this group has managed to do so far. Beau Greaves up there representing the hopes and the chances of Sebastian Bialecki, the 20-year-old Polishman.
Kevin to throw first. Game on.
Will be sat in the back room hoping that Beau can continue to do what she has been doing. But Kevin Painter
40.
has been playing a lot better tonight than he did last night. Averages of 94, 93 and 86 across his performances.
180.
He won't be pleased with what he's seen there as an opening salvo from Beau Greaves, who
100.
fires in her 13th maximum so far.
Could it be followed by 14th? Yes, it can.
180.
Rewind about 25 minutes ago. I said I get that vibe and that feeling that Beau Greaves may add
91.
herself to that
Beau
9-dart
require
roll of honour.
141.
And it's on.
Dart 8 goes a begging for Beau
89.
Greaves to join Fallon Sherrock in the history-making 9-dart club. A real show and sign of class there from Kev, who knew exactly what was on the line there. But it's his stake and his place in tomorrow evening's finale that's on the line in this match.
56.
Must-win game for Kevin.
Beau
Doesn't matter about the
require
scoreline.
52.
Any score will do. As long as he gets that W.
Game shot on the first leg, Beau Greaves.
But an 11-darter there for Beau Greaves. The advantage Kevin Painter had in this was the fact he'd be throwing first.
Second leg, it's Beau to throw first. Game on.
Well, we said that at some point Beau could do something ridiculous.
100.
That was almost the most perfect leg. And Painter's back is well and truly up against the wall here. But if anyone can scrap his way out of this
100.
potential scenario, it is Painter.
If you're Sebastian Bialecki, you'd get into the back room and you'd sit down, you go, I really hope and pray that Beau Greaves plays
180.
how she has done all night. Well, she's not playing how she has done all night. She's playing significantly
90.
better than she has done all night. Already 3 maximums.
Well, she's had 4 scoring turns. She's had 3 180s. Hold the front page. Hold the back page. This is 4 180s in 5 scoring visits. Beau Greaves is averaging 144.15 here. And if she can pin the 11-dart leg, I'm calling it now. We are in record-breaking territory. Double 16.
9.
She hit that first dart. We weren't just talking Super Series record average
100.
territory. We were going
require
all sorts
32.
of records.
Game
But by
shot on
pinning the
second
double
leg,
16
Beau
and
Greaves.
leading 2-0, her average is 125.25. I know it is still early days,
Third
but
leg, it's Kevin
the
to throw
record
first.
average is 122.69. Darryl Pilgrim against Denny Older-Coulter in August 2023. This was the last thing Kevin Painter wanted to see in a game he needed to win to qualify.
73.
Absolutely ridiculous performance this from Beau Greaves right out the top draw. And Kevin Painter has shared the stages with everybody.
60.
Ran into a prime peak Phil Taylor on many occasions. Kevin Painter always around that sort of world number 16 position,
44.
which meant he quite often ran into Phil Taylor in the second round. Often makes you think, doesn't it? If Kevin would have even dropped down a little bit, would it have actually been an advantage
60.
to stay out the way of the power? But he ran into the power on many, many occasions, and he'll probably feel like he's up there with the great man once again.
Well, Painter was on the receiving end of what was for a long time the record
140.
televised average, 118.88 from Taylor at the UK Open at the Reebok in Bolton.
140.
Well, this is just stupendous from Greaves. But credit to Kev, on throw, he's keeping
140.
Beau Greaves honest.
Well, this is the thing. If this was in the middle of a Tuesday, for example, he might just go, wow, okay. But you don't have time. You've got to dig deep now. You've got to fight, and that's what Kevin's doing.
Kevin, you require 104.
The situation doesn't change. Still got 104. That leaves tops.
Game shot
That is
on the
quality
third
from
leg,
Kevin Painter. He has been hit with absolutely everything. Beau Greaves 5 maximum so
Fourth
far, an
leg,
average
it's
of
Beau to throw first. Game on.
120.17.
The record for 180s in a game is 7. Mark Dubridge against Wes Newton. And that's 180 number 6 for Beau Greaves. And we've only just begun leg 4. Kevin Painter has a look ahead to say, are you serious?
I think he'd have asked her if she's all right. Are you all right?
140.
So, Kevin expression. He's got that smile on his face, and I genuinely think he's probably enjoying it. He's probably in full admiration here for what Beau is
60.
doing. This is like when you decide to play one of those practice app games and you go, let me have a go,
100.
see what it's like on level 10. And then they play like this and you go, I'll never do that again because that's not realistic. No one's going to hit as many 180s as that. She's in again.
140.
Well, she's on course to absolutely smash the record televised average from a female player.
44. Beau, you require
121 for a 3-1 lead. Averaging 121.47. The ball. Beautifully
Greaves on
pinned.
a
It's a
full
12
flag.
darts. It's a
Beau
1-2-1. Beau Greaves, who's hit 6 maximums, averaging
Fifth
121.44.
flag. It's Kevin to throw first. Game on.
The record for highest televised average by a female player is 101.55 by Fallon Sherrock.
96.
This may not be beaten. It may well be decimated right here.
Just simply sit and enjoy what you are
100.
watching right now because this is special. This is rare. You're watching a very, very rare talent here in Beau
58.
Greaves. One of those sort of once-in-a-lifetime talents. She's playing unbelievable darts. If you're Sebastian Bialecki sat in the back room right now,
100.
you probably stick your feet up on the table and feel like it's job done because this is incredible from Beau. By far the performance of the week.
100.
Well, the calendar year average record is 117.88. And I was going to say up until that dart, that was in severe danger of being broken.
45.
It's now just 115. That was hit by Andreas Harrysson in a 4-0 win against Michael Burgoyne. Earlier on in
59.
this particular series. And I'll tell you what, you've got to give credit to Kevin Painter here because he is sticking with the task.
140.
Amidst all this, he could bring it back to 3-2, potentially. But Greaves needs 116 to round off the most incredible display.
We just need to leave this handy and hope.
85.
The way Beau's been hitting here,
Beau, you require
he won't put this past.
116.
The 116 for the match. Oh, she's going to get a shot.
Tops.
96.
Doesn't go.
Kevin,
Painter's
you
already
require
taken out a 104 in
103.
this match. He may have to take out the 103 just to extend the game.
These are the shots he's been limited to. When you're taking on the quality of Beau Greaves, and Kevin Painter has fought hard. But this is just an absolute maverick performance here from Beau
55.
Greaves, where
Beau, you
no one would have been
require
able to live
20.
with this.
A generational talent playing
shot
at the
and the
peak
match,
of her powers.
Greaves.
And Beau Greaves has beaten Kevin Painter by 4 legs to 1, averaging 114.56, hitting 6 180s. And the worst bit about it, it could have been more. She was averaging deep into the 120s for a long time in this game.
And therefore,
61.
Beau Greaves, so Lipscomb, treble 20, leaves the ball.
136.
There
Beau,
may
you
have been
require
some sort of
117.
earth-shattering event had that bullseye been hit. But the dreams could be shattered of Lipscomb if Beau hits tops.
Game shot and the match. Beau Greaves.
The streak continues, and she has a chance of being the first person to have an undefeated week. What a story we have got in the final here.
Beau, you require 64.
It's another chance for history.
Game shot and the MODUS Super Series Week 9 champion, Beau Greaves.
It's history for Beau Greaves. Twofold as well. The first female player to win a weekly title at the MODUS Super Series, and she becomes the first player to have a perfect week. She still has not tasted defeat on that stage, and that will remain until the last week of May, because she will come back to try and stay undefeated and to possibly win a series.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first ever female player to win a week and the MODUS Super Series bow and arrow, Beau Greaves. The history maker once again, Beau Greaves, once again a winner on the stage. Paul Nicholson and Matt Edgar have been watching all of the action in the commentary box as Beau Greaves takes the acclaim of a packed crowd here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. Gents, let's have a chat about what we've seen then this evening, because Beau Greaves once again has made history. We said, when are we going to see a female player win a Super Series weekly title? Beau Greaves hasn't just done it, she has decimated the field.
Make that 10 down to the double. Beau Greaves, 11 darter to get the job done. An absolute class performance there from Beau Greaves, who brushes Bradley Brooks aside with an average of 108.75. Since she has tasted defeat up there on the Super Series stage, she has took it.
World titles. I think if he hadn't won so many other tournaments, I agree. But in terms of, I mean, ultimately players are judged on, or predominantly judged on world championships, aren't they? And I said at the time, if he can match Eric and get 5, it would be remarkable. And everybody's like, no, you win 10, 12. I'm like, it's not like that. It's not that easy.
And in the last leg, she had 5 perfect darts and missed the 6th. Now we've got the back-to-back 180s. The 9 darter is on.
Beau require 141.
She has wrote so many records here at the Super Series, but she will not be adding her name to the 9 dart list on this occasion. But another solid leg here for Beau, even better than the last one. She was on a double after 12 in the last leg.
85.
Now she's on one after 9. But again, just having to move across the hockey, just blocking it up, and that is a better leg there for Beau Greaves.
Try and guide you to find a little bit of value here and there. That's stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Beau Greaves.
But it's the damage it does in the process and whether you can deal with defeat on a regular basis, because every top pro has to do that.
180. Kieran, record 144.
The seasonal averages suggest around about a 90 average would have you about the top 86.
Yeah, that just puts things in perspective, doesn't it?
100. Beau require 40.
But this is a good response from Beau. In regards to getting a throw straight away. 13 darter there to break Kieran Tian. 2 back-to-back defeats and losing a throw in the opening leg. Looking for one of those 5 visits or leg hold a throw, and her second Tumplers checkout of the week. She's joining in the party.
Well, there's nearly 2,000 of you in there, but favourite sport outside of darts for me, boxing. Oh, another one of those. Put a flake in it.
On the first leg. Beau Greaves.
And a bit of sauce, because that was saucy. To win it with an 11 darter right on the wire. Beautiful adjustment. A 12 dart leg to not only win the match, but to confirm Beau Greaves as our Champions Week Group A champion. An average of 87.35, 4 180s, 2 of them coming in that final leg of the match.
Game on!
Absolutely, neither of these players would have wanted to be in the group with the other, and certainly starting off the campaign, because they've both got the talent where they can just reel off leg after leg and dish out a heavy defeat. And what a way to start the day. We're up and running here on Champions Week with a maximum, which would put Rhys Robinson under pressure.
Well, what a way to finish. A 12 dart leg and a full 1 win against one of the favourites here, Rhys Robinson. What a statement of intent from Beau Greaves. She did have the Thursday and Friday off.
require
And they can't control the
161.
situation, so they feel the nerves more than you do as a player.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
This would be a wake-up.
Game shot on the fourth flag. Beau Greaves.
Welcome to the party in Pompey. Acknowledged
Fifth flag.
by
It's
Andreas.
to throw first.
Still does have
Game on.
that advantage of throw.
Turnaround
Beau,
time
you
for the winner of
require
this game.
116.
Keep an eye out for that bull up. Oh, wow. Tops for a serious saver.
Game shot on the sixth flag. Beau Greaves.
Can't even begin to tell you how good that was.
Yes, Women's Week about to get started, and what a way for it to get started. The two top talents in ladies darts at present, including one who reached the semi-finals of Champions Night on the Saturday just gone. Beau Greaves about to take on Fallon Sherrock in the opening match of the week. The two-time Women's World Champion and reigning PDC match play champion, looking to take on the woman who first won that crown. As we discussed at the top of the show, these two players, the runaway favourites. Fallon Sherrock, of course, now holder of the MBE for everything she achieved that got her that nickname, Queen of the Palace. Beau Greaves, still just 20, so dominant in the sport of darts. All of the matches this week, by the way, will be first to three, so best of 5 legs on this first ever Women's Week. And that tells me, Laura Turner, that some of the matches could be over pretty quickly.
Yeah, I agree. I think, as you heard in the pre-match interview, especially from Fallon there, you're going to get to see
First leg. It's Fallon
some of these
to throw
players that
first.
a lot of people might not have
Game
seen
on.
before play on in a televised event, but it's a very, very strong field. As you say, these are the two front runners, the two outliers, and what a way to get us underway.
140.
Yeah, we'll get your expert knowledge of some of the ladies that perhaps aren't as familiar to the viewers as this pair, but I don't think we really need much of it for this match, do we?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, just to dig a little bit deeper into the week that Beau Greaves just had, I mean,
48.
it was almost the most incredible Super Series win. You think what Luke Littler did at the age of 16, and Beau Greaves managed to come through an
60.
open field and take a Super Series title. That would have been right up there, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think the success in itself, obviously played here in week 9, won that week, first woman to win a week
134.
outright. We were discussing it before, weren't we? Fallon has made a final and was pipped at the post, but Beau found a way through, and in Champions Week just made that semi-final. But it was a very, very
60.
tight match against a player that went on to win it.
If your favourite player isn't in the field this week, it doesn't mean they weren't invited. There were a few that had prior commitments or just couldn't make it.
40.
And obviously the hope is to give those players their opportunities in a future Women's Week. I was going to say dependent on the success of this one, but I've got no doubt that it will be a success.
98. Fallon, you require 139.
So for the opening leg, options here. She went for treble 13, and with Beau not on a finish, you can forgive her that.
118.
Just slips into the wrong treble on the last start, so she will be needing to waste one just to get to a double.
108.
Yeah, first 180. The match does leave her
Fallon, you
6, but I
require
think
21.
Beau did have a sneaky glance at the score, so I just thought she'd pile it in like she can.
Well, that's interesting, that, isn't it?
13.
Because often you see that and you think,
Beau,
well,
you
they're doing
require
that just to
6.
get the big call from the referee in the hope that it might just rattle their opponent a little bit. And we do see Fallon Sherrock miss 2 darts at double there.
Game shot on the
And Beau
first
Greaves,
leg.
despite
Beau
leaving
Greaves.
one of the most awkward doubles on the board and then making it more awkward for herself, finds
Second
it
leg. It's Beau to
and
throw
breaks
first.
throw in the first
Game
leg
on.
of a short race.
If you feel when you have those kind of opportunities against a player like Beau, you're going to have to take them.
140.
As good as the rest of the field are, I think it's quite hard to argue that Beau Greaves isn't the standout player in the women's field at the moment.
140.
There was a spell, wasn't there, where Beau Greaves was really, really dominant against Fallon Sherrock. That's changed in the last year to 18 months. It's getting pretty level between the pair of them, to be honest.
57.
Yeah, when Beau made her debut on the women's series, or came back to the women's series, she decided, I think it was in Germany, and then she just reeled off win after win after win, and it was just absolutely, it was dominant. It was unbelievable. But as you say, the rest of the field, and you see it in a lot of sports
61.
and darts as well, especially, the rest of the field know that if they want to win or just get anywhere close, they have to get better. And you're seeing that improvement across the women's game.
95.
Yeah, it's Beau Greaves 15, Fallon Sherrock 8 in recorded meetings between the pair. But if you start the calendar
140.
at the beginning of 2023, it's only 8-5 to Beau Greaves, so it's got a lot closer.
96. Beau, you require 103.
Fallon winning at many of the recent meetings. More on that point in a moment, because Beau's going for a 2-leg lead here, and she gets it with a fabulous ton-topping check out of 103.
Third leg, it's Fallon to throw first. Game on.
She did win their last meeting, Laura, just to cover that point, and she won it convincingly, 5-0 in fact, in a Women's Series
81.
final. But Fallon Sherrock had actually won the previous 5 meetings before that.
Yeah, as you say, it has become fiercely competitive.
81.
But in this slightly shorter format, where it is just a race to 3, that opening breaker throw, that could prove imperative in this match
81.
and a lot of the matches to come up.
$81. 59. 60.
Yeah, Beau just narrowly missing out on that treble 20, trying to take advantage of the trebleless visit before from Fallon Sherrock, but couldn't find a way through.
28. 134.
Yeah, good switch there from Beau Greaves. Leaves herself on a 3-dot checkout after just 12.
180. But you require 145.
Well, the 180 may count for something.
87.
Maybe treble 12 here for Fallon.
72.
And she finds it. 36 to leave 36 elsewhere.
Shot on a
And
third
that is
leg. Fallon Sherrock.
just showing a little bit of fight from Sherrock. Could have easily been beaten 3-0 there. But a 180
Full
followed by
flag, it's
72
Beau to throw
checkout gets her
first.
back in it.
Game on.
Yeah, we saw how the 180 changed the opening leg in favour of Beau Greaves, who took that opening break throw and now is throwing for the match.
60.
I think it's a testament to anyone watching and anyone that wants to play the sport. You just never give up. It's never, ever over until that double goes in.
140. 140. 57.
Of course, both players have experienced a full week at the Super Series on more than one occasion. They'll know that this match isn't the
140.
be all and end all. But we'll want to send out a signal earlier on.
140.
And that gets
Beau
Fallon
require
into finishing range
161.
along with Beau. Well, she's taken out 161 twice here
111.
in the last week and almost did it
Fallon, you
again.
require 164.
Yeah, great effort there from Beau Greaves. What's Fallon got left? I just slightly pulled to the right.
$83.
Well, it's been a
Well, you
superb
require
standard, a
50.
superb start. Beau Greaves is closing in on the win. Double 16 to get it. Gives Fallon
18.
Sherrock a chance to
Fallon,
stay
you
in it.
require 81.
You saw Fallon hit the 72 previously. Can she back it up? Double 18. Double 9.
72. Beau, you require
You wouldn't think she'd
32.
get another chance. Well, that's the same awkward dart as the one she threw in the previous visit. But that's
Game
a
shot
perfect
and the
adjustment
match.
and
Beau
the
Greaves.
perfect start for Beau Greaves, beating her big rival, her biggest threat to win Women's Week in Fallon Sherrock in a match that saw both players average north of 90.
It is Beau Greaves. They've played each other for such a long time, going through the girls' events, right through now to the women's series and
108.
the WDF.
2.
Well, this is ridiculous from Beau Greaves so far. A couple of 180s.
30.
The average
Beau, you
is through
require
the roof.
81.
She already hit the highest average ever by a woman at the Super Series on her winning week. If she carries on at this standard, she might be about
65.
to smash that record.
$100. Beau, you require 16.
So for a 13 darter, wow.
Shot on a second leg.
Well, let me just
Beau
tell you
Greaves.
this at home. The average for Beau Greaves, with potentially just one leg left in this match, is
Third leg. It's Beau to throw
120.24.
first.
Certainly if you add in the 3 out of 3 so far today.
108.
With scores like that,
2.
looking very on target to make it 4 from 4 today.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about her potentially breaking the record average for a woman that she hit herself here on that winning week. If she carries on like this, we might be talking
Beau, you
about her breaking the
require
record average
41.
for anybody.
Game shot on a second
Because she
leg.
follows
Beau
that
Greaves.
13 dart leg with an 11, and that puts her on 125.25 average. Look at that, exactly
Third
60
leg.
points
It's Kirsty the throw
higher than her
first.
opponent.
Game shot on a first
absolutely
leg.
brilliant.
Beau
She didn't
Greaves.
even have to go for it, which is why we were just sort of holding our breath to see if she would, but it's
Second
absolutely
leg. It's round to throw first.
sensational. Again,
Game
she
on.
starts a match in a fashion which will threaten a record.
With dart 2. Champagne finish. Bullseye. Beautifully done by Beau. And she gets the better of Trina Gulliver by 3 legs to 0. And it means that she continues her perfect streak. It's 9 perfect games. 101.69 as things stand. And more than that now.
137.
For a potential 11 dart leg to win 3-0 and to put her on the brink.
60. Beau,
She
you
just
require
makes it look
44.
easy. Goes through the gears. Double 4.
Game
And a
shot
cruise
match.
to victory
Beau
for Beau
Greaves.
Greaves, who averages 102.48. An absolute demolition job of Katie Sheldon. Look at the difference in standard there. That is remarkable. She averages more than 40 points higher than her opponent. 2 180s, 2 140s, 3 out of 4 on the double. Sheldon did not get a look in, and Beau Greaves continues this serene stroll to a place at finals night for what would be the second successive week, of course. She is
2 have been the main players in this group, and so perhaps fitting this was a game that could decide the destiny of this group.
36.
And Greaves has missed a dart at double 16 to win it.
Well, she'll get more. She'll get at least 3 more if she needs them.
100. Beau, you require 32.
Up she steps.
Game
And once
shot
again,
and the match.
Beau Greaves
Beau
is the boss
Greaves.
at the Super Series. She wins Group A on Women's Week and keeps her monopoly on women's darts. It is do not pass Beau do not claim your place at finals night. Fallon Sherrock will have to come back in Group B for that, but Beau Greaves has grabbed hers and she's done it in style. Double 16, all but one won by Beau Greaves. Another stellar campaign from this darting superstar. A 3-1 success over Rhian O'Sullivan not only sees Greaves equal the record points tally for a Group A campaign, but also confirms O'Sullivan will participate in Group C.